Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. Looking at a bunch of rain today. Will be warm and summer-like, but sweeping through the island. A couple of spotty areas of thunderstorms, but mostly just rain in most places. And then leaving us this afternoon. And we'll keep you updated on Salt Shack tonight in Babylon, hoping the rain is cleared out by then for a big Monday night. And Cande, this is our first time together since Thursday, July 27th, and I want to just say glad to be back and hoping your last 10 days or so have gone well.
Everything has gone well. I'm sure not as exciting as your last 10 days, but it's been good.
All right. Well, how
Life
have
is
you been?
good.
Yeah,
I've been good.
I did get one picture or two pictures of your granddaughter over
Well, I
the,
didn't want to bother you while you were on the cruise. I wasn't sure you would get them anyway. I wished you a happy birthday. You were in Orlando and responded. And I said, well, that's it. I'll talk to him in 10 days. And in the 10 days while you were cruising around, I saw Maeve. And those were a couple of pictures from that get-together. And that's the first thing I sent you when you got back. You sent me a lovely family photo from the cruise. I guess you're taking one every year now, aren't you?
Well, listen, a lot of people don't want to get dressed up on formal night. We do Royal Caribbean, and I'll get into the full cruise in a little while. But speaking about this picture, they still do formal nights on Royal Caribbean, which I like because you get a chance to, dress up and get a nice picture together and everything. And, that's still something that we like to do when we go on a cruise. Get one good photo for the memories.
It was lovely. And I want to commend Dana for doing the women trick that I always try to do, and it's to just show my head.
Is that what she was doing? I have no idea.
Yes, you see her beautiful face leaning on you.
Yeah.
In a black background.
Yeah.
And there is not one part of her body showing.
Uh-huh.
And I don't understand. I'm sure she looks great. But I, too, try to hide in those photos. I'm not as successful. I don't have kids to put in front of me anymore.
Is that a women thing?
It totally is. Totally.
She's particular about the side that she poses on.
I'm telling you, the girl knows what she's doing. I said, Dana, doing a move.
That's great. That's fantastic. So we did dress up. But going back to you for a moment, because believe it or not, while I was on the cruise, I couldn't stop thinking about you.
Oh,
Cande.
my goodness.
Because when we my mind just doesn't stop running. My mind, I think.
I'm so sorry.
I think about the show and all these things. And I remember when we left that you were thinking about getting away with Brian for a few days.
Okay, that's the story. I'll tell you right now. We were going to go to the Speedy Fest up in Binghamton.
Right.
And we got a little late on Friday, a late start, so we decided, all right, we'll go Saturday morning. I didn't want to go, and I'm going to tell you why. When I went to see Casey and Jackie, Brian was with me, we sat in so much traffic that I'm telling you, my sciatica in my back started acting up. I couldn't run in the house fast enough and swallow to a leaf. We were in the car for about 5 hours total, right?
Right.
I said, I'm not doing it again. Binghamton's about 3 hours, a good 3 hours, right?
Oh,
From here?
at least.
Right. And I just could not face it again. I couldn't do it 2 weekends in a row, just sit in a car. So I didn't go. And I'm glad because we had a great weekend. And Tilly, I thought could come to the Speedy Fest, but no pets were allowed. That put a big wrench in my weekend plans. So we didn't go to the Speedy Fest.
Now, no disrespect to Binghamton. I spent some time there. My sister, my niece went to school there, and my brother-in-law, I believe his family is from that vicinity. But missing a weekend in Binghamton's okay. You're not life-changing. You're going to just have to find another weekend to get away,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But I could not. I mean, Friday, I was in such a mood. I'm a very moody person, as you know.
Yeah, tell me about it. Uh-huh.
And Brian's like, what's going on? I said, hold up. I think I'm going to cry.
Man, you were in some pain. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
terrible.
And then I was like, and then he said, well, we can go in the morning. He woke me up early, and I said, I don't want to go. I just don't want to go. I think I'm turning into the person that never leaves their house.
It's
Although
funny,
I did
too.
leave the house.
Right, and you guys were you would have been sitting in a car to drive, let's say 4 hours, whatever it is, to go to Binghamton. So to go to a food festival where you just
Yeah.
eat your face off.
And then stay over and then turn around and come all the way back.
That's right. We have to find a better outing for you. I'm gonna have to.
Yes. Well, we've
figure
got a
this
couple
out.
of things on the move. Well, there'll be things happening. Don't you worry about me.
Oh, look, you
I
got
did
things in the
enough
works.
running around in the 20s and 30s, my 20s and 30s. Believe me, don't worry about me.
Oh, all right, listen, nobody's worried. We're fine. But I'm gonna find maybe I'll find a little weekend getaway for you. I gotta. Figure this
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll do you and Mohegan Sun. I'll pretend to be you, and I'll
out.
go there.
Yes.
Listen, my big
Yeah.
question, and I did think of you
Mm.
throughout the 10 days we weren't together. Did the 50-year-old tree ring show up around your neck?
I have to look in the mirror and take a look. Honestly, let me hold on. I could turn my phone around.
Yeah. Take a
Uh,
look.
all right. Now, what am I
Yeah.
looking for
Yeah,
exactly?
you know how trees have rings? Well, there would be one going around your neck now that you might not have seen before. It's the 50-year ring, like a tree.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
And I don't mean to.
You're
You know,
really ruining things for me.
Sorry to disappoint you. I see no rings, Candy.
Well, couldn't even do that right.
I apologize. I know you were hoping. I came back from my vacation. I had turned 50, and all
Like
of a
a
sudden,
tree. I was hoping you'd have a ring, a 50-year-old ring around your neck.
I don't see it. I do not.
All
see
right, all right. It's coming. Don't worry.
It. Thank you very much. By the way, we'll get into all of this. The cruise, the vacation, the birthday celebrations. My wife celebrated one as well during the cruise. I do want to make a quick mention. Darius Rucker, Saturday night. I came home from the cruise, and Saturday at the Catholic Health Amphitheater at Bald Hill, Darius just incredible once again, Candy. I mean,
I'm sure. Absolutely. I saw on Instagram some fans heading to the concert. A girl was in the front seat singing. It was
yes,
so adorable.
of course. And it's he never gets old. He doesn't age. This guy. It's
No, and a voice like no other.
yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yep. So we had a really good time. Candy, we'll get into everything vacation coming up. We also have a special song at 7:30, and then in the 8 o'clock hour, your Bald and the Beautiful, your national days, your good news stories, all that stuff. Getting set for a bunch of rain, and by the way, it's hit most of the island already, and if not, it's coming to you. It'll be throughout the morning into the early afternoon. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.